Sorry guys, I had the 10:30 fucking gremlin coming along and pull my cords. AKA, the internet company at about 10:30 likes to give ourselves a nice little spike in internet surge and it throws the stream down for a quiet moment. Sorry about that, people, but we are back at it again. Yes, we're still on the shrooms. We're still living on the edge. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I think animals are just as fucking as sentient as humans. They see life just as humans do. We just don't perceive it the way that they do. They're more laxed with life compared to more humans. I did not get to read it before the stream went down, my friend. For real, I've cooked up deer and then cut up deer and then cooked it and eat it and it feels wrong. I mean, I get where vegans come from, but that fucking deer meat tastes so fucking good. Yes. I just read it now. But yes, I understand what you mean. You know what I mean? I love the taste of deer meat. Love it. Fucking absolutely would tear anyone's fist off that would try and take my fucking deer tenderloin from me. I will rip your fucking teeth out, bitch. So you can't eat my tenderloin. It's mine, okay? That's mine. I got my deer, my tenderloin, bitch. Get the fuck back or I'm gonna fucking stab you with the fucking knife I used to gut it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? But like at the same time, like when you're that close to it when it's living, you know what I mean? I feel like you're like in its fucking house type shit. That feels a little wrong to me. You know what I mean? Like archery feels wrong to me. I mean, rifles also feel wrong to me, but it's like, what's really right at that point? You know? I feel like archery is like, yeah, it's fair. You're giving it a little bit more of a fair advantage. But really, are you? Are you with all that fucking spray and all that camouflage and all that crazy shit? Are you really giving it that much of an edge? No. If anything, when you walk out into those woods, the only thing that knows that you're in those woods is the animals that are right next to you and yourself. At that point, you literally smell like dirt. Like literally, that's what the spray that you spray on yourself smells like, is fucking dirt. Congratulations, you now smell exactly like what you are, a piece of fucking dirt. If you use that spray anyway. Me and my grandpa used to make fun of people that would buy that dirt spray. We would literally we'd call them dirt hunters. We'd say, oh, look at them fucking dirt hunters over there thinking themselves fucking something fierce. Alright, let's fucking go on our way. Basically, dirt hunter basically saying anything you fucking walk around them, they smell like fucking dirt. So we call them dirt hunters. Anyway. But yeah, those are the people that you don't want to be around. I hate those fucking people. Oh, if you don't put on any fucking anti-scent spray, then you can't go hunting with me. Then I guess we're not going hunting then, motherfucker, because my grandpa told me, you put that shit on, you're fucking cheating, bud. In our family, we like to do it the old-fashioned way. You go out into the woods by your fucking self with a fucking rifle and a hat that tells everybody else, hey, I'm a human being. Nice little orange hat. Maybe sometimes if you're feeling fancy, you can put yourself a nice little orange vest on. If you're feeling fancy. If you're on the property, you don't even need to have the hat on. You can just walk out there with your fucking rifle. Anyway, you walk out in the fucking woods with your rifle. You try and find some tracks. If you can't find tracks, then you go to your fucking deer stand that you know that there's going to be deers coming along. Which, obviously, if you're a good fucking hunter, you'll see trails of where deer like to roam from one place to the other because they don't want to shoot them in the place that they're walking to, because then they will never go back. That's something that you fucking idiots don't understand. Okay, you do not want to shoot the deer in the place that they go to sit. You don't want to do that. You don't want to fucking do that. That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen anybody do. Like, dumb. Okay. If you were in your fucking house and somebody walks in the door and shoots your friend, are you just gonna stay living in the house? I know I fucking wouldn't. Knowing it's not safe? Fuck no. My friend just got shot last night. I'm fucking moving. Like, tonight, we're moving. Gone. You know what I'm saying? But if your friend gets shot down the block, right, you're like, them blocks get you, bro. You know? That's what you do to the deer. Make it believe that the other deer died of natural causes. It's just gone for some reason. Well, maybe young Timmy just decided he wanted to run off to another flock of other deer. Maybe he got eaten by a coyote last night. Who knows? Shit happens out here in the fucking woods. You know? If you drop a deer next to other deer, the deer are going to be like, We heard a loud boom. Timmy hit the dirt and didn't get up. And then we all ran, right? That's what everybody saw? Okay, so we're not going back there, right? We're all in agreement, so we're not going back over there. Cool. Now we're going to go off to somewhere else. We're going to find somewhere else to bed down because this place is not safe. We all understood? Cool. Now we're going somewhere else. It's just like if you were to go camping for the night. You go camping for the night, right? And you notice, oh fuck, we done started camping on a bed of fucking rattlesnakes. We need to move camp. Right? So you pick that whole camp up and you move that bitch somewhere else. Same thing with animals, bro. That is a fucking caveman mentality, my guy. Caveman, that is primitive. Primitive, my guy. An animal has the same fucking thoughts. Believe it or not. As primitive as that sounds, the animal has the same fucking thought. Is it safe here? No. I don't want to be here then. It's a prey animal. What do you expect? It doesn't have teeth. It doesn't have claws. It just eats veggies and just walks around all day. What did you expect it to do? Fucking try and fight back? 90% of the time, there's only one male in the whole fleet. You knock him out and, well, all the doe kind of just... They just kind of scatter. They just kind of leave because there's no one to fucking corral them, keep them together. It's kind of how they work. You know, they kind of work off of one big male that keeps everybody together. So when you take out the big male, then everybody just kind of leaves. That's another thing that kind of pisses me off. If there are 2 bucks in the pack, don't go for the bigger one, you dumb fuck. He's the one keeping everybody in line. That's the one you want to keep around. Until he gets to where he's like, maybe looking like he's getting a little old. That's when you shoot him and let the younger one survive. The younger one will then corral everybody else. And be like, oh, hey, you bitches, you get over here. Come here. What the fuck you doing over there? Come here. You're with me now. You know? Keeps everybody in line. And then the cycle starts over. You don't just fucking go for whatever one you think you want. You think about it logically. What is sustainable? What is this animal going to be able to give me? And what am I going to be able to keep getting from the woods if I shoot this animal? Thought processes, people. Thought processes. You have to have multiple thoughts ahead when you're a hunter. You can't just be like, oh, well, I'm just going to go out in the woods and shoot whatever. That's why when you go to 90% of public hunting land, you won't find shit. Because everybody just walks out there and you see a deer, boom. Hey, everybody, take a picture with the big rack. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb. Like, your whole mentality is stupid. Check yourself. Do you really want that picture for the notoriety that you might get from your small little fucking social media page? Or would you rather be able to go and hunt more deer to get more food for your family? I think I'd take the second option. A lot more than just the fucking picture for notoriety. Yeah, I think I'd take that a lot more. And if you guys don't know, I literally don't post on social media. This is like my social media. This is it. You guys are seeing it. Ask Willie. My social media, the picture that I put up on my Facebook profile has been my Facebook profile picture since the day that my Facebook has been made, and I haven't changed it. There's no need to. If you've seen me once, you've seen me 5,000 times. I am myself at all times. Most of the time, the only thing that changes is the length of beard. Other than that, nothing else changes. I am the same person. I do not change style. Do not change anything about myself. I am just me. But yes. Yes, my friending. Yes. But we must take the blinker now. We have talked too long, my friend. We have been doing the talking too much, my friending. We must do the blinking. The blinking, yes. Too much of the big thoughts, not enough of the small thoughts, my friends. Very nice. I will say, I was kind of skittish with the apples. I'm not gonna lie, because this is apple smash. I was kind of skittish, but it's okay. I'm not okay with it 100%. It's not something I would fuck with on the daily, but it's okay. It's okay. So if you guys want to pick up an apple flavored tart, infused, don't make a bad one. I don't really like apple in flavored anything when it comes to THC products, but this one's okay. So if y'all are in for some apple experience, for real, pick up an infused. Alright, I'll see you later, Willie. Have a great night, my brother. You have a good one. But anyway, I forgot what I was gonna do. I forgot what I was gonna say. What we was gonna do, what we was gonna say, what we was gonna possibly make the future as. Don't remember. That's alright. There's also like a weird thing that I always like to think about. And it's like, see you later, brother. Deuces. Peace among worlds. My friend. Peace among worlds. But there's also like a thing I always thought about as like a cool idea and a cool thought process. Well, not really a thought process. Why am I saying it that way? Is people get tattoos on the outsides of their hands. A lot. And what I don't see is a lot of hand tattoos on the insides. Right? So what I want to do is I want to put like a bunch of shit. Not like a bunch of shit, but like some really cool designs on my palms. And just like have like some skeletal outlines for my fingers maybe on the inside. you know, for myself, not for everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, I want that shit for me. You know what I mean? Just the show is like for me. It's not for everybody else. You know, like I don't think tattoos are for everybody else. I think they're for you. You know, because nobody sees you like you see yourself. You know, you see yourself as a person that you feel more comfortable as, with maybe a tattoo or two, then that's fine. You know, but like I said, it's a good deterrent for like a Jeffrey Dahmer situation. So if you're trying to stay away from something like that, it's a good thing to have a tattoo or two. But you know, it's like a never-ending cycle of bullshit sometimes when you're getting tattoos, because like sometimes like you get one, you're like, now I wish I had this second one to go with it, right? And then you're like, oh shit, now I want this next one to go with that one. Oh fuck, this will look a lot cooler if this was there too. Oh fuck, now my entire arm is covered in tattoos. You know, and it's like, I don't mind it when it's small pieces, right? This is another thing. I hate, absolutely fucking despise people that black out their fucking arms. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, my guy? Are you just so uncomfortable in your own skin that you're just wanting to change your complete pigment of your skin? Like, are you just wanting to do the reverse Michael Jackson? Like, is that what's going on? Like, I don't understand that. It might just be me just not understanding. But for me, that's weird, bro. That's kind of weird, you know? Like, it's kind of like a reverse Michael Jackson kind of thing. I don't know if I really like that. You know what I mean? That's kind of weird, you know? Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Not saying that Michael Jackson was weird or anything, you know, but like, bro didn't feel comfortable in his own skin. Bro did what he wanted to do to make himself feel more comfortable. If that's what bro wanted to do with his money, and he wanted to make himself feel more confident, then let man do what he wants. Honestly, didn't hate on man for doing what he was doing. Bro looked fabulous every time. Didn't matter. Anyway, because obviously I don't judge people off of what they look like most of the time. I judge them off of what I feel from them, and what I observe, you know, because like you can't judge a person's character off of what they look like, because like at the moment in time they could look like they just got off of work and they are fucking just completely covered in shit, you know. Like, covered from head to toe in just filth, you know, from their job or whatever they do for a living. And you can see the person underneath it. You know what I mean? Everybody can. You just have to choose to see them. You know? Everybody sees the person, but they choose not to see the side of them that they want to see. If that makes sense. Or want to be seen. So like, what I mean by that is like, I'm a very nice person. I am by nature. Always have been. But I look like a very unapproachable person sometimes. Very unapproachable. Some people don't really want to come around me because I'm so big. You know what I mean? I'm a big person. Like, I really am. Like, I can palm a basketball. Like, I'm a big guy. You know what I mean? My voice is down here if I actually just speak. You know what I mean? I'm a big guy. I just like to speak a little bit louder and a little bit more high-pitched so people don't like to run away from me. Because obviously I wear dark clothing, and when you sound like this, people think you're of something else. I'm not. I just like dark clothing, and I'm just speaking this way because that's the way my voice is naturally set. Okay, I'm sorry if that scares you, but that's just how I am. Anyway, I'm just a very nice person. I just don't look very approachable in public. Because I like to keep to myself. I don't like to talk to other people unless I am feeling like talking to other people, which is a very rare occurrence. You won't see me talking to people very often, unless I am either very, very high off the medication, and the medication of choice usually is Mary Jane. Just putting that clear. And or shroomaroonies. But preferably, and this is the scientific name for them, so don't giggle and laugh, but golden penises. Best ones. They are the same mushroom that Mike Tyson used to eat before his fights, I believe. And they are his favorite ones. They are the best. They are the best. They give you the best of the best. Alright, I'm just saying this right now. I'm still a little bit gone off of them. It's been a little while, but I'm still gone off of them. My pupils are still very dilated. So, that's how I know I'm still a little bit off of them. In general. Because the room itself is very bright. I've been trying to make it very bright so I could get my pupils to shrink. See if they will shrink down. Haven't done it so far. I'm also looking at a ring light that's pretty bright. Still haven't shrunk. So I know I'm still off the shroomage. At least it looks like it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. And I just feel like I am. I don't know. It's like a weird inception feeling sometimes when you're coming down off of them. I think that the main thing that I'd like to say before the shrooms leave me completely and the wisdom completely gets drained from my body and I turn back into the crazy buffoon that I usually am, would be, don't judge people by what they look like. Judge them by what they do, not by what they look like. Don't judge appearances. Read the book before you judge it. If the book isn't for you, move on to the next. The cover might sometimes be a little bit battered and beat up, but the book on the inside, sometimes pretty fucking good. You know? Not even gonna lie to you, the first book I ever picked up was an old hardback book, beat to fuck, and I just liked the way it looked. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And because I'm a person, I like stuff to look a little beat up. I don't know why, but I do. Especially items, I like them to look a little beat up. I think it's like just that nostalgia feel for me, you know. And I picked it up off the shelf, and it was a book called Where the Red Fern Grows. And I was like, you know what? I was like, this book spoke to me from the shelf. I'm gonna buy it. You know what I mean? Because I was walking through like I call them libraries, but they're bookstores, you know. Old, just vintage bookstores. And I asked her, you know, how much for the book. She was like, oh, $1. And I was like, you know, it was a small shop. I was like, really, how much for the book? She was like, oh, $1. I said, really, just $1? She said, yes, sir. Came off the $1 shelf there. It's $1. I said, all right. So I handed her the $1, you know. And I walked out the store and, you know, obviously took it home and was reading it over time. That is the best book I have ever read. Ever. The best book I've ever read was from a shop that I had no idea I even wanted to walk into. From a book I didn't even know I wanted to read. It just stuck out because the pages looked like they were kind of fucked up. And the book itself looked like it had been through some fucking world wars. And sometimes those are the best ones to get. Because the stories in them are some that may have been told many times that were completely different and weren't exactly told the correct way, you know? And it's like, you literally, like, you'll learn, like, certain things from, like, different time publishings from books, too. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've learned that kind of shit over time. I was trying to find another book that read the same way as that other book, and I just couldn't do it. And the reason for that is there's certain words in that other book that did not exist in the books that I was reading. Where the Red Fern Grows has many different printing dates. The printing date I read was very different English than the printing date of what I was finding on the regular. So finding that in the vintage bookstore was like a one-in-a-lifetime thing, really. And it was a fucking cool book. I wish I still had it. I don't remember where the fuck I put it or where the fuck it's at. It might be in my safe that's in my storage. In my storage, sorry. But I'm talking too much and not drinking enough. But anyway, it's a good book. If you haven't read it, go read it. It's a good book. It's one of those books that'll make you think twice about life. You know? You're like, damn. Like, wow. Like, wow. Just saying this, this little boy in this story will go through more shit in his small amount of time in his life than your fucking bitch ass would ever go through at your desk or laptop or computer. We're talking about Where the Red Fern Grows. That book like moved me when I was a kid. That was like a you be shrooming. There's my proof. Yeah, I've been vegging out for a little bit. Not gonna lie, I've been here for about 30 minutes. I peaked out about 10 o'clock. Started my live about 10:30, about 30 minutes after the peak. So we still a little bit going. You know what I mean? But we're not too crazy off the sauce anymore. You know, I'm still kind of coming down. Because I did take a very large amount for a normal person. For a normal person, it probably would have put them into a very, very, very either bad or good trip, depending on where their mind state was going into it. But for me, a seasoned veteran, it doesn't affect me as much as it does others. I like to prefer golden penises. That's the name of the shroom. But I took around I think I took like 4.5, I think, is how much I took. Just like, not a huge dosage, but just something to give me a little bit of a good day, you know what I mean? But for most normal people, that would put you in basically like, I can see the world vibrating type stuff. So don't be doing that just willy-nilly, people. That's not me saying this is completely okay to do for your first time. This is not a first time thing. I've done this many times. Okay, many times. Many times have I done this, and many times I have had great success. Great success, my friend. Great success. Yeah, I am just having a grand old time. Hopefully you guys are not tripping out from this. I promise you, if you are, I can take it down. Just takes one nice little pin to move it off to the side. I mean, it'll be kind of boring. But, I mean, if it's tripping you out, we can move it. Like, that's not a problem. I'm not against it. It's not a green screen either. Everybody thinks this is a green screen. For some stupid reason, everybody thinks it's a green screen. One second. Actually, I think I can keep the headset on. Yes, I can, because I forgot I untangled everything because my nephew was a fucking shithead. But anyway, yes, everything exists. Woo-hoo, everything exists. Oh my god, everything exists. It's not a green screen. I promise. It's not a green screen. Everybody thinks it's a green screen. I don't know why. They're like, you look chroma keyed in. How the fuck do I look chroma keyed in? Like, what? Y'all are crazy. This is real life. Sorry that you can't deal with camera quality being really good up close but really shit far away. But that's just kind of how it goes. But yeah, I have become one with the background. The background is me. I am everything, and everything is me. Because technically, you're watching a channel, which technically isn't me, but it's a projection of me. Right? So it's not really technically me. You're watching a picture of me on a screen talk to you that's actually me in real time, right? That's speaking. But you're not really hearing me. You're hearing what a speaker would simulate me to sound like. Does that make sense? Through a microphone as well. Put that in perspective. You've never actually heard me speak. Even if you've watched the stream 15 million times, you've never heard me speak. I am a smart man. I'm the very smart man. I get around the loophole of your brain, and I give it a nice pull, make it collapse in on itself, and then you're like, what the fuck, my brain explode? Yeah, I know. I do that to a lot of people, and it makes them scared, and then they walk away. It's usually what happens. I don't know. But like, I don't know. I get too far into details on shit sometimes. The fact that you're watching me, okay, through a piece of what in caveman terms would be rock, right? Because the screen, little funny thing here, made out of rocks. Your screen, look it up. Glass is made out of rocks. Okay? Just special kind of rocks. Okay? So caveman's gonna see special kind of rock. Okay? He's gonna see the guts of your phone and say even more shiny special rocks. And then he's gonna say, oh wow, so you've gathered a bunch of rocks, crushed them up, melted them, and put them together to make this satanic device, is what he would think, you know, or maybe God box, I don't know. And then you're showing a picture of a dude that exists, right? I exist. That is another thing. Everybody thinks I'm AI. I promise you I'm not AI. I do not do AI. I am not an AI person. I'm not a robot. Apparently that's something that robots can't say. I'm not a robot and never have been a robot. If I was a robot, I think there would be some way of something stopping me from saying that. I don't know. But I'm not a robot. Never have been, never will be. So there's that AI thing. Snipped at the gills because people thought that I was AI for a while. No, I'm not AI. I am a real guy. I just do this shit for fun. And I just sit in my room with a tapestry hung up, because other than that, it would be boring. And my other tapestries are hung up around the room as well, but not like this. They're obviously sunk to the walls. This one isn't, because like obviously there's nothing really going on over there. But like all the rest of them are basically on the walls of the room, except this one, so you can actually see what it looks like. Or at least I can see what it looks like. I don't know. I don't know. I like the art to be able to be seen in full view in the background, because I feel like that's important, because the artist wanted the full picture to be seen, not just part of it, even though there's parts of it that could be taken out of context for the bigger picture. Like obviously you could take the skull off of that back there, and you could obviously think, oh well, that's just a zombie head, right? Or maybe it's a zombie ripping someone's neck out, because I'm seeing some little poles like of flesh coming off. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. Or like, just other random shit you could think of. But like if you have the whole picture, then you have like the whole get up, the whole shebang. Your whole thought process has been completely done, and it gives it no room for expectation. It's all there. It's all done for you. It's all, your brain has it all for your viewing pleasure. And maybe sometimes you can add your own little thesis on what you think the whole thing is about. Like for example, this one here is, I think that, his love is for everyone, and he wants everyone to see it. That's what I think. You know what I mean? That's I don't know. That's how I perceive it. That's how I think of it. Some people might not think of it that way. Like there's several others in here that are skeleton related, because I'm just very into skeletons. I like the way they look. Even though I have one inside of me, and I know there's one present inside of me, which I think is cool as shit, that I'm technically just a blob of fucking just gelatin material inside of a bone skeleton thing, right? That has meat armor. You are a mech suit. A bioengineered mech suit. The thing inside of your head, that brain, is you. Not the rest of this. Is you. Think about that for a minute. Now, what if I told you, right, that if you were to keep your brain, and you could transport your brain into another body, that would be insane, right? Would it not? Would it not be insane to have like a new body? Be like, oh, well, this body's reached its expiration. Let's get on to a new one. And you just have to buy a new body. That's like a cool ass idea for an anime. It's a cool ass idea. Dystopian world where looks are based off of profit value. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I have like little ideas that I like bounce around in my head for like cool shit that I like pitch to people. But yeah, it's like it's what I've got so far off of it would be like, you have like the pop stars and shit. They're obviously like very beautiful looking and like just and then you have like all the very poor people, like their chassis are like beat to fuck. You know what I mean? They were like very beautiful at one point, but like maybe they just let something go a little bit too long, and now they're just like kind of not that good looking anymore, and their past life experience has not done very good for them, and now they're fucked type shit. So I think it would be super cool to have like an idea where instead of you paying for a funeral, you're paying for a new type thing for an anime. That'd be kind of cool. Uh, I'm just bouncing ideas at this point because I like doing that out loud, and it's good to have something to just like be able to pretend like there's someone there on the other end. Because sometimes I like doing that. I'll go live on just like some random account somewhere and just bounce ideas off myself, and see if they stick in my brain. Because like I don't know why, but I like having someone else that maybe will give input, and it makes me feel like someone else is listening to me speak, so I don't sound as crazy, you know. But yeah, I like to speak when I think about shit. When I'm by myself and I'm just in a room by myself, you'll hear me speak to no one but myself. It happens. It happens. I'm not even bullshitting. It happens. I will legitimately call myself dumbass about 5,000 times in a day. I'm not even shitting. Not about 5,000. That's over exaggeration by a fuck ton. I'll say probably like 4 or 5 times a day. But like, you know, like just doing stupid shit. I'm like, you fucking dumbass. You know what I mean? Like, god damn it, dude. Come on. You know better than that shit. Come on, let's do this better. But yeah. We are still dilated slightly, I would think. Let's let them expose to some light. I don't know. I think we're getting back to normal pretty quick, like, because I do feel sort of normal at this point. I don't really feel elevated in any stature of any being. I feel normal at this